Hello and welcome back to the Monsters of Monster Hunter Double Cross, where today we're fighting an Atlal Ka. And in fact, I believe they released an event one recently. I should do that one. Yep, let's do it. It probably does more damage and will ruin me, but we'll see. It's a fun monster with a great theme during its bug phase. I'm not a huge fan of its puppet phase. The RedmondStache just doesn't do it for me. But Atlal Ka is cool. Right. Hang on just a moment. Okay, plugged in now. We're all good. And let's go. Fight us a mantis. Hi. I love this music. The only bug in the game with a roar. Wow, it doesn't actually start the struggle part of that. Like, you don't actually have to start holding R until pretty late. Anyway, I'm going to work on this tail. Because it is breakable and, like, I like to break it. It's not severable, but you can break it and it just... The way it looks is begging to be broken, isn't it? Tell me I'm not alone in that. Ow. Alright, so the damage output isn't anything I can't deal with, though again, this is phase 1, and it's not raging, so things might change. Yeah, I'm beginning to think that this guy's damage output is going to be a little unpleasant, especially considering my health where it is right now. I probably can't take a hit. I don't think I've ever seen it do that attack before. But I guess it makes sense of... I didn't have to dodge that. Makes sense of why they give you the armor seeds. How much defense do I have? 731 when I usually have just shy of 900. I mean, it's annoying, but it doesn't dramatically increase my incoming damage. Oh, are we going to phase 2 then? We're going to phase 2. Time for the Nasette to show up. I do like that noise. It's a good noise. Ow. Very ow. But that's okay. If we get up on here, then it won't matter too much. There's not much it can do to us when we're up here. It can use the tail, but for the most part, as long as we're jumping, the tail's not going to do much to us. So let's go in here, mine what we can. You get plenty of enduring charms that way. And I particularly like fighting this thing solo, because then when you're on this thing, you aren't getting constantly flinched by 3 million other hits. But that ends that. I need to use these anti-dragon bombs, but they can wait until the second Nasette phase. You can hop around while holding a foot up? I didn't know that. I'm learning things about the Nasette today. I've never really taken the time to actually just observe the Nasette. So there were rockets. But it looks like they're gone now. Yeah. Missed out on whatever they contained, though I know what they contained was ballista shots and cannonballs. Oh. Glad I wasn't on there for that. But, okay, I guess we will get hit by that. Let me free. Okay. Okay, that was delayed, but I guess it's a thing. Can we get up there in time? We can get up there in time. Which means we can probably break this. And thankfully, we did not get launched off the thing, though we did get hit by the tail. Looks like the Nasette form does not get quite the same damage boost the Atlal Ka does. Yeah. And I'm actually totally okay with that. Because if they boosted this thing's damage, I would probably be hurting. Or perhaps even carded by now. Okay. Let's not wriggle our way onto me, please. Though you are right in front of this. Right in the face. Though it was right in the face when it was already during a down. So, potentially lost out on some downtime. Weakness exploit is nice. I like it. 50% crit on weak spots, which this very much is. Oh, I guess we're not on it anymore. Ballista ammo. Ballista binder, maybe? Oh, hello. Shame the Dragonator can't just be used repeatedly, because it would work here. Can we get on you? Yeah, we can get on you. Just bear. Oh. Guess not. Okay, Nasette phase over. So the next Nasette phase will be the last Nasette phase. That'll be the one where we use our anti-dragon bombs. I don't want to get hit by that Dragonator. Just something tells me it would be unpleasant when this thing's doing increased damage. I don't want to get hit by that one either, thank you very much. I'd actually just like to not get hit by any Dragonators if you wouldn't mind there. I've got a strict no Dragonating policy. I'm sure it might make me a hypocrite, but I'm sure you would have the same policy if you had any control over my actions. Ow. Yeah, that hurts. Thankfully, they... Okay. Atlal Ka with the hot reads there. Ooh, we should be able to, yep, grab those. And then we'll drink this. And then we'll get back into the fray. Can you not just throw random pieces of junk at me? Thank you very much. Okay, throwing yourself at me is admittedly not the thing I asked you not to do, so way to find a loophole now. Thankfully, those don't hurt nearly so much when they're just coming out of the ground. Apparently I took damage somewhere in that exchange. Now I need to sharpen. But I also need to have health. Thankfully, there's the cat on the save with that second one. Do Ballista Binders work on Atlal in this phase? I should probably try and save them for the third Atlal Ka phase anyway, because that's the one where it's got the nastiest tricks. Ow! Why are you such a big meanie? Why do your attacks hurt so bad? I wasn't even on top of the... Wow, that was close. I wasn't on top of the dust cloud, but I guess the... No. Don't you dare fire your Dragonator at me, or I will be mildly upset with you and continue doing exactly the things I'm already doing. And how are you going to deal with that, huh? Okay, apparently this thing just knows exactly where I'm going. Or maybe it's just because I have a habit of running around to the left rather than to the right. Maybe if I always ran around to the right, it wouldn't hit me so easily every single time. Back up. Okay, this is... Okay, we're fine. Oh, you want to go back to your Dragonator, huh? I much prefer when you don't have that. Why don't you ever ask what I want, huh? Ow. Ow. Okay, I guess you do need to... Well, for one, you need to not get hit by that. But for when the cats have the healing base on their head, I guess you need to get close enough to start the healing. But then once you've gotten it started, it doesn't matter whether or not you stay close to the cat. So, 2 deaths in Ka Phase 2. This is not going well. But I am confident that if we reach Neset Phase 2, we'll at least be able to get to Ka Phase 3. Hey, excuse you. Angry bug. Okay, so I can't just jump through that. I want to get another mount. There we go. Yeah, you don't have to start holding R until like halfway through the first shake. Broke the back. Dang it. Should have been paying attention to my energy. Wow, really? I only got the one hit there. Looks like we've gotten to Nasette Phase 2. Let's actually get a little farther away. I don't want bad things happening to me. So, Nasette Phase 2, it is more active. But it's still just Nasette. So I should be just fine. Ow. Herb Horn. Thanks, cat. Don't you snap your toes at me. Oh. Way to split it into 3 beams there, jerk. Way to get yourself stuck in the ground. Just gotta work our way towards the back here. Apparently some supplies have just been shot in, but we don't really get to do... Ow! We don't get to do the whole grabbing thing while we're up on top of it, but now we're not up on top of it. So, let's see if we can find the cannonball. Because there usually is a cannonball in every set. Ballista ammo. Ballista binder, I think. Ow. So that would be the cannonball over there. Yep, that's the cannonball. Fire! That did a whole lot of nothing. But I got to fire it. Ow. Thankfully, the shockwave doesn't hurt nearly as bad as the foot itself. Doing the toe snappies. It's a very silly looking attack. Excuse me, I'm trying to hit that foot. Could you stop moving it? I need it to be in one spot, please. That's what we wanted. Though admittedly, it's the foot on the opposite side of the one that we've already done work on, so not quite as useful as it could otherwise be. I wonder, can I just take a shortcut? No, I cannot. At least not while the thing is trying to stand up. Ow. Not a fan of getting knocked off it. Ow. Well, that was apparently a good time for me to just randomly roll trying to get away and manage to actually jump off something that prevents me from taking further damage. I don't mind stopping further damage. Ow. So now we could just get up on either side, because we've done pretty much equal work on both. And as soon as we get up once more, we'll be able to break the secondary pile of junk and thereby get onto the middle of the back. And if we're on the middle of the back, then we're actually safe from the tail. Go ahead, bring that foot back. Okay, you know what? Let's use this. I like sword mode better anyway. Hey, look, another delivery. This had better be the cannonball. It is. Fire! Well, we scored one hit that time. That's better than what we have been. Alright, there's that broken again. So now we can get on up here, though I'm worried if we get a big knockdown with this thing where it is now, it'll actually end up having its face planted somewhere we can't actually get up onto it. And that wouldn't be good for us. And we just took a shortcut thanks to aerial style. Skipped the last junk pile, got straight to the bulb. It really looks like we wouldn't be safe from the tail right here. And yet we are. Let's go ahead and sharpen up here. I'm sure that's a terrible idea, but it's what I'm doing. Alright, got that break. And looks like we're just fine here. So, with this being Nacette Phase 2, we are able to mine again, for one. And for two, anti-dragon bombs. Gonna get a little bit away from those. I don't want them to take my chances at hitting the bulb myself. Sure, I could have kept hitting the bulb while they were ticking down. But meh. Also, I wanted to still be on there, but you're not allowed to when it gets up. And it's just, it weirds me out that you just get dropped through rather than there being any animation for you coming off of it. It's a thing. Anyway, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my ballista shots. Because, I mean, gotta use them at some point. Considering they do fixed damage, might as well use them on things that are breakable and that aren't Atlal herself. Got that break with them. And even, oh, that gets us a big knockdown? I guess because we've already gotten a big knockdown before. I'm cool with that. Because it's this that we mostly want to do damage to. Because it's this that takes the most damage, really. But also, it just feels like you're supposed to damage this in order to end the Nacette. And hey, look, Nacette is over. Now we are in the final phase. And there are 3 sparklies underneath it, because there's always 3 sparklies underneath it at the start of this phase. It's your reward for killing Nacette. And then there's this guy just wheeling around. I say guy, but she is female. Ow. Could you maybe just let me gather this? Huh? That's a pretty clear no if ever I saw one. Okay, there's quest over. Oh well. It was definitely a powered up Atlal. Had I done the non-event one, I'm sure it would have gone much better. But hey, every once in a while you want to challenge yourself. So, I don't care about any charms that are lower than rare 9. And I take everything that's rare 9 because you can use them for melding. So yeah. And that is it for this episode. Join us next time when we take on a Nerscylla. See you then, friends.